Hello and welcome to See If It Sticks, episode 69.
Hey.
We're back after missing a week like the wings of an avenging angel. This is the podcast where we take your first world problems, we talk about them for a little while, and then we solve them. It's as simple as that. We remember you. We solve for you. We give you back a gift of solutions. I'm Dom.
I'm Ross.
And I'm Dan.
Very heartfelt introduction there today.
Yeah.
You can tell I didn't have much time to think about one.
I could hear someone drilling though. That kind of put me off.
Well, that's just R&D.
Of course it is, yeah.
Banging about.
Next
We
door.
really should make our way down there at some point.
We've never been down there.
We have never been down to R&D. We should go down.
We don't know if they're drilling metal or skulls. We don't know
or
what they're
even
doing.
flesh.
Could be either of those things.
So this is coming to you on Halloween. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's
No,
coming
this
to you on
is-
Thursday.
this is
coming,
Thursday, yeah.
coming on Thursday, the 27th.
In our astral realm where we record the podcast, time is but an illusion, a constant. We can see forward and back at the same time, like a tachyon. So therefore, this could very well be coming to you on Halloween in a different dimension. Or in some ways...
Or a different year. Halloween 2020, for example.
Or Halloween 50th of Slemtember 2 millionth and 5.
It's just like when it's repeated on Dave.
Well, we can only hope to be repeated on Dave.
Yeah, I know.
But we do fit into the right demographic of people whinging about things. So
Like old grumpy old men or something.
we're grumpy young men.
We are grumpy young
Remember
men.
that show? They did Grumpy Old Men. They did Grumpy Young Men.
I don't remember the young one.
Yeah, who was on it? Sort of various
Was
of
it like-
comedians about our age who were
I can't remember
sort
who
of
was on
grumpy.
it.
Weren't
And,
very famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a few years ago now. But Grumpy Old Men was all right. Clarkson was on it a lot.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
He's
well,
a
of course
grumpy
he
old fucker, he is.
Oh,
So, we've had a week off. How are you? How are you both?
fine. I had a tooth out.
You had a tooth out.
I had a tooth out, yes. It was trying to control my mind, so I pulled it out with a pair of pliers.
I cried myself to sleep every night because none of you guys return my calls.
I also went mad
Fucks.
and spent a bit of time in a mental ward.
I lost all of my money betting on something very, very stupid.
Oh, what was it?
It was the name of last week's podcast, which didn't actually happen.
Oh, shit.
So
Jesus.
I am completely broke now. I'm back to doing this.
Well, let's think of some new ideas that you can sell.
Yeah.
It's true. Jem left me. Finally.
And I crashed and died.
Yes.
Well, I tried.
But did you ever achieve what you were hoping to achieve?
R&D are working on it right now.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
hopefully when we go and inspect,
Yeah. That's what I want to go down
things
there
will
for.
reach fruition with the laser cooked sausages.
Absolutely.
I never had a sausage until you've had a laser cooked one.
Hard like buns.
Buttons.
Anyway,
what a performance.
we have a performance.
Come
We,
on,
we have a Dom plaint
Oh,
from
dear.
Oh dear.
The
These things
head-
can only get better now that we're getting rid of the shit first.
Yeah,
Yes.
we start at the bottom and work our way
from
up.
the head of MI6 himself and the leader of the Deadly Nightshades. They call him the Grand Potato, James Hemming himself. So this is an ongoing saga between me and James about the letter Alpha and the letter Omega in the Greek alphabet, which I'm probably going to try and rile him up again about this week.
Yeah.
So he says Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, Omega is the last. But I'm pretty sure they're the same thing and they're both the
Well,
same.
I remember like a quote from a film or something. I can't remember what film it was. He says, "I am
He
the
goes
Alpha
on to
and
say-
the Omega."
Oh, that very famous film.
Yeah.
The
What film-
Bible.
Is it a film? Is it a
Are you,
film?
are you getting mixed up with God? Not being weird, but he does say, I am the Alpha and the Omega,
I'm
the
sure
beginning
there's
and
a
the
film,
end.
'cause I've
It's
never-
from the Bible. It's been quoted in a number of films,
Yeah, it's gotta
but
be,
it's
'cause-
quoting the Bible. You might be right, James. Also, I think I'm right. Sent from his
It's
iPhone.
two grumpy old men who think they're right.
Yeah.
Who are never going to back down.
This is a stubborn
Because I've heard it from somewhere,
word-singing
and
match.
it's not going to have been from the Bible. I can promise you that.
Well, it's
um,
probably quoted from a Bible in a film.
Diamond Jack Palmer's back on the scene.
Diamond Jack Palmer? The most diamondest of all Jack Palmers.
Diamond Jack.
Diamond Jack. He's He's that old prospector that listens to us from 1885.
Diamond Jack Palmer.
Diamond Jack Palmer. I'm out in these hills, penny for some gold. Give me a pint of sassafras. Diamond Jack Palmer himself.
Set him up, bartender.
Fastest gun in old Podunk Town. Whipping that horse. I don't know. Various Wild West references.
You've missed your calling in life, Dom.
Is Diamond Jack named after? Is that like a play on Diamond Back? Like a sort of a snake.
Oh, so what you're saying? He's
like a cowboy. I was thinking.
Yeah, okay.
He sort of comes in.
That now, boy, is Diamond.
He's had to say about the Alpha and Omega.
Alpha, A, and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, and a title of Christ and God in the Book of Revelation. This he's definitely copied and pasted the Wikipedia article.
Yeah.
This couple of letters are used as Christian symbols. There's even left in the. He's definitely copied and pasted a Wikipedia article.
So a link and a picture.
He's left the footnote 1 in there, and are often combined with the cross, Chiro, or other Christian symbols.
We need you to donate. To donate £10 right now
to Diamond Jack Palmer's Evangelist Ministries. He's getting into it. Yeehaw, boys. Got some good old-fashioned snake oil for y'all. Thanks, Diamond Jack. I love it when they embrace it.
Yeah.
Just to let you boys know, I think I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold. I've got like an incredibly dry, scratchy throat. All this laughing is not helping. So if we could have a really serious podcast today, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeehaw.
I might actually have to run off halfway through this podcast to grab another glass of water.
No rippening today.
No
Making
rippening.
him laugh.
No. Excellent.
Deborah Meadening.
So Dan has some.
Ross, actually.
Next.
You have
think
some stuff, do you?
From himself again. He does like to write a fucking email, doesn't he?
He does.
He says, I do not apologise for using CDs. It's like little booklets. Oh no, I like the little booklets. Sorry, misreading it.
He likes the little booklets.
Yeah.
So you can
Ross is just making it up. He's making it the whole email.
This is actually
I
blank.
do not apologise for liking CDs. The feeling in their hands is
like a tiny booklet.
They're so shiny, and if you hang them in your rearview mirror, then speed cameras can't catch you.
I just realised something. Sorry.
What have you
Oh, yeah,
realised?
My
yeah.
uniform's on.
Yeah, you shouldn't have covered that up.
Live on Facebook.
Yeah, no, this is just a blank piece of paper. Look, both sides. Yeah, he says, I do not apologise for using CDs. I like the little booklets, but you get digital booklets now, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, if you buy some from iTunes, you get a digital booklet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Because I like the little
I
booklets
never looked
too.
at it, but I know you get them because I don't give a fuck about the little booklets. Phone is
Take your trousers
resynced
off instead.
and back on thanks to MI6 Intelligence. After the last show, I have dusted off my Creative Labs MP3 player and it still works.
Oh, yes.
Big shout out to the Cambria Batman standing up to the knobhead clowns.
Have you seen this?
Who's Cambria Batman?
Cumbria Batman. Yeah, it's in our.
Oh, is it Cumbria?
It's in a later segment.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you mean Cumbria then, not Cambria?
I think it is Cumbria. Was it Cumbria?
Correction.
It's Cumbria. Correction.
We start sending him emails.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this, Google it. Legendary. It's a guy that was fed up with kids being scared by the Pratts dressing up as clowns, chased them off dressed as Batman. Thought that deserved a shout out. I believe another guy has joined him dressing up as Spider-Man. Crossover for a good cause. Oh,
No.
right. Between
Did you watch
two-
the video of
two-
the Cumbria Batman?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Do you know what? Not the least convincing Batman I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
He does the Christian Bale.
Yeah.
If you want to dress up like a clown. Like that kind of...
Oh, amazing. That's great.
it's good.
Sent from my redeemable iPhone. Rob's a dick.
Well, we've started a number of feuds recently.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
It's just like the Jeremy Kyle show, but with like hot dogs and Angela Rippon.
We prod them with angry sticks and then we let them
Yeah.
at it.
And then we watch the fun in the comments.
Yeah,
Oh, we do have a dog with us today.
we do. And she has been looking terrified of all their chucklings.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed.
I looked around just now and she's like,
The See If It Sticks dog is back after the.
well, it's been
She came.
Ages.
She was up.
Podcast pooch.
She was here until about episode 20 when she used to come in the room a lot. When we used to record at Ross's, just doing some treats.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just trying to get it in
I think
there.
it's gone round your back.
The dog will find it, don't worry.
She's found
She's
it.
got it.
She's got it.
She's got it. Right, so Dan, you've got some mail.
We have some Dan mail, yes. But people were a little bit devastated that we weren't around last week.
I could
I'm
tell,
gonna be honest
yeah.
with you.
I don't know if you saw, but I was devastated too.
It's really good that we've finally managed to reconcile.
Yes.
It's lovely.
We sat down with a mediator. And,
Yes.
they
yeah.
said we should get a dog together, so we have.
Yes, this is a...
Diamond Jack's he's complimented your Bale Batman impression.
Thank you.
Oh.
He
I'll add that
spends
to-
a lot of time in his room just doing
I'll
Batmans.
add
all the
that to the
different
list. I
ones.
could do Bale Batman and that one line of Hook.
What line is that?
Oh, Smee one, the Smee one.
Oh, I don't think I can do it with my throat. Don't try to stop me, Smee. Don't you dare try to stop me.
That's pretty good.
Try to stop me, Smee. Don't you? I can't do it with the throat.
It's actually lending a decent amount of
Yeah.
baritone gravel to it that you need. So
Ha! I'm okay.
good. Back to it.
Okay, so the messages of condolence this week. Where we had Stuart Porro. Hashtag pray for Ross.
Hashtag pray for Ross.
Off of Bibles.
Who else do we have here? We have Max Kingman, regular listener Max Kingman.
Hello, Max.
My Thursday will not be the same this week. A void has been left in my life this week. I shall cry tears of pain tonight. And then a sad crying cat emoji.
You some sort of cat.
Is there a marching band outside?
Sounds that way, yes.
Or Stomp?
Ah, yes, that would be the Stomp auditions next door.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. As you well know, we are situated in the West End.
Jamie Linney, the bald marshal of the Mudder, sent us a message.
Bereft.
Can't believe this week. My Friday morning will be so boring. Hope it's just a little problem and nothing worse. Who do I ask to solve my shitty, boring Friday morning problem now? You aren't here. Please, please, please come back to us.
Did you only have problems on a Friday?
Bald muttering Marshall bugger. See, I can't even get my title right anymore. And then things progressed because yesterday morning, when the secondary podcast, the News at Stick, should have come out, he sent us a message saying, "Where are you, boys?"
We should probably have mentioned.
We
that
probably
the
should have
things-
mentioned, yeah, because
We
like
don't want to give the game away and tell everyone we record them on the same day, do we?
now, as they say. Well, the thing is, as they say in the management world, even no update is an update.
Yeah.
So we should have just said no update.
Very true.
So we are sorry that we were away last week, and do you know what? And I'm sorry to you guys for selling all of our secrets.
And then losing it all.
Yeah, he didn't even get to
Losing it
split
all in
us.
that card game with Moyles. Oh, wait, what? Oh, betting. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
He got all of our ideas and all of our money.
Yeah. And he got Ross.
Ross now has a guest spot every Tuesday on the Chris Moore show.
Hey, that would be
on
something good
Radio
that
Mix.
came out of it.
What are you saying, Ross?
Oh, sorry.
All three of us would have to go on.
Yeah, we
You know what? I don't think I think we're gonna have to give Ross a 2-show ban.
No, not 2 shows.
What do you think?
I think you might be right. I think we should send him to the Orient on a special,
Yeah, we should.
special mission.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
No,
Yeah.
not the Orient.
Perhaps
Takes like 14 hours to fly there.
Singapore
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say them. Ross, we're sending you to Singapore.
to meet with our banker.
Oh.
See if it
Offshore
sticks.
bank.
Singapore.
I looked up to see what language they speak out there and like whether I should learn like hello and thank you and excuse me and all that shit. And they apparently they speak more English than they do like,
Yeah, well, it's a huge banking.
like Mandarin or anything
yeah.
like that. So
It's a huge banking.
I don't need to learn,
city,
which is
isn't it?
great because English I've got some of that already.
Only some.
You do need a gong sound maker on your phone though, otherwise they won't converse with you.
Okay.
They don't know.
to
They
get
don't
their
know when you're
attention.
making a real point.
If you don't
Yeah.
enter a room and do the gong soundtrack, it would just be like you're not there.
This is possibly
bear
the
this in
most
mind.
racist we've ever been.
No, I don't think so.
I should
No.
bear this in mind.
No, I don't think we're that close.
No,
Close.
it's close.
Yeah,
Surely
it's
it'd be
not.
like those guys saying that you had to have a cup of tea when
Yeah.
you're coming over here, and I'm offended. I'm hurt and offended.
Yeah,
Not
but
at all.
I don't know how many gongs they have over there, but I know we have a lot of cup of teas over here.
Well, I think so. They have a damn sight more gongs than we have over here.
There's nothing bad about a gong, is there?
True enough.
It's not a detriment, is it?
We're not exactly
Fucking love a
putting in
gong.
the old fake teeth and big glasses.
You just had to take it there,
Oh,
Ross.
Rolling
sorry.
ales.
I had to take it there, Ross. I'm sorry, Ross. I just blamed you for that.
Yeah.
Had to go there, Dom, didn't you? He's always at it, isn't he?
Racist dog.
Ever since,
All right, shut
ever
the
since-
fuck up.
Ever since
pilot.
podcast number 1.
The pilot. Yeah. It was before podcast 1. It was the pilot
Po-
The
episode.
pilot has
Podcast
never been
0.
aired.
Yeah, because it was too risque. iTunes said they were going to shut us down.
Do we still have that?
I don't
Do
know.
we still
do
have a
you?
copy of that? I must
Somewhere
do
in the
somewhere.
dark depths of our Dropbox, probably.
What we'll do one
Yeah,
day.
we must have left it in the fucking 1970s along with Jim Davidson's career.
We should one day, when we don't have a podcast, like last week, we should release it. We should just try it out there. See what happens.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. There's some
I think there might
fake
be.
Dom
I
pulled
think-
out some very risque material.
He really did.
Diamond Jack Palmer says, #racist for Ross.
Hold on. Can we start doing a sound effect for this? Every time he Diamond Jack says something, right? You say Diamond Jack Palmer, right? And
then-
I'm gonna go, right? You do it.
Okay. Diamond Jack Palmer.
Or you could have just like a lonely slide guitar going, boing, 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 boing,
Right.
and then eagle just.
Yeah. So
A
you,
horse.
let's do this, right? And I'll start the backing music, and then you can read out what he's saying, right? So you introduce his name.
Diamond Jack Palmer. #racist for Ross.
Here it comes riding over the rise. It's Diamond Jack Palmer coming into town.
Do we have to do that every time?
Yes.
He comes for the ladies. He stays for the drink. It's Diamond Jack Palmer, prospector extraordinaire.
There's your new ringtone. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. That's 69p,
He's
please.
commented. Diamond Jack Palmer.
Here it comes. It's Diamond Jack Palmer.
He says amazing. That was it. That was all he said. But we have to do the full intro apparently every time.
Or if he's not like a old timey prospector, then he's like some sort of seedy 1970s like club owner in like the Bronx.
I haven't got a sound effect for that.
Bit of a funky.
Okay, I've got the sound effect for it.
Diamond Jack Palmer.
Let's fucking do this with like some like cheesy disco in the background.
It's all right, girl. I think she thought I was yelling at her.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'll keep my voice to a pleasing baritone.
Diamond Jack Palmer says, it's like an actual show of my life, like a cross between Dallas and Brokeback Mountain. That is an interesting combination.
Well, this is episode 69, so
Yeah.
Here she comes, coming down the stairs. It's
Episode 99.
with a flake. Right.
so
Continue.
And one more for the condolences to the lack of last week's episode. Steve Wynn, he says, "I need my see if it sticks fix." No. When you're back,
We
this
imagine
should-
that as Darth Vader.
I guess so. Yeah.
So like a.
Are there any other famous no's?
Well, there's a lot of famous no's.
Yeah.
It's a trope, isn't it? No, you know that sort of thing.
Yeah. What other famous ones are there?
Well,
Other
there's-
than
What
Darth
does the
Vader?
guy yell in Point Break? Oh, he just goes, ah.
He just goes. You can sort of say that as like a no. 'Cause
Yeah.
He sort of is saying sort of no, and then fires his guns into the sky.
Yeah.
A pointless, fruitless act.
A waste of ammo.
Yes. Did anybody watch that new Point Break that came out?
No.
I didn't watch it.
Why would
It
you?
sort of came out and then died. Everyone's going, "Oh my god, they murdered Point Break," and then nothing.
Mm. No.
Also, I forgot that Doctor Strange is actually out now.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to do well, is it? If we haven't realised.
Shit.
Better go watch it.
Pop over after the podcast.
Don't have any money.
Fucking right.
Sneak in.
Old school.
Like you used to do in the 90s. Sneak in the fire escape.
I don't know if you can do that anymore. Most fire escape
dunno.
nows are actually connected to an alarm.
Yeah. Well, they used to be open at the
Yeah,
Odeon
but you just
in
have to.
Canterbury.
Have you not seen movies with those little sensors? You just have to get a little bit of chewing gum foil, put it in there, and then you can open the door.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't think that works.
It doesn't.
No, I can't
Because they're
imagine.
magnets.
I think I tried it as a kid. Yeah, because the bottom one's a magnet, isn't it? And the top
Yeah.
one's the sensor. So you actually have to have a magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish that off. This should be a first world problem to fix. No, see if it sticks. 1 week. Now solve it.
We've come back.
We've solved it.
We've
come back.
for you.
That is
Ross-
one problem solved already this week.
We called Ross back. I got the mental treatment.
You got lasered in the brain. Yeah,
I got
frontal
lasered in the
cortex
brain, and
lasered.
it sorted me right out.
What's that
and,
thing they used to do in the olden times? They used to put a needle up beside the eye.
lobotomised.
Yeah, you got lobotomised with a
I didn't
laser.
get well. If I got lobotomised, I should be here going. See if it's. See if it's.
Diamond Jack Palmer says.
Here it comes.
Famous no's include 2 Unlimited's no.
No,
There's no limit.
And Dr. No. I'm sure there's more to come.
Techno. No. Right, anyway, go on. No.
Dr. No.
Dr. No, yeah. I'm sure there's more to come.
No doubt.
No doubt. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
No Effects.
No Effects. Yeah.
My favourite band.
Dan's favourite band. Still got a hockey stick.
Yeah.
There must be many other no's.
There must be so many no's. Send your answers on a stamped address envelope to See If It Sticks, Sheffield, PO Box 1685.
Sheffield.
I don't know.
Hang on.
That really throw him off the trail.
It took me a long while to get here today. I'm not sure why it was.
When the official investigation of your race-related activities
Oh my
starts,
God.
Tom, they'll be looking at Sheffield. Good plan.
I like it.
Always got to throw him off the set, mate.
So that was Steve Wynn. Now, Steve,
Who is
I believe,
always winning.
I believe Steve Wynn has sent us our problem for the week.
He has
Have we?
indeed.
First time problem asker.
Sorry, you want to see that? I want to check it. Make sure I got the right one.
Yeah.
It's not
Good.
another blank piece of paper and I'm just making it up again.
Just for a second, just for a really crazy second, I thought that the Steve Wynn that I saw in email had an E at the end of it, W-Y-N-N-E.
Winnie.
And I saw this one was Wynn, W-Y-N-N. And I thought, oh my God, I have 2 Steve Wynns, but one Steve Wynn with an E written in the same week. And we've just mistaken it for the same person. But I'm confident.
One from Canterbury, one from Sheffield.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's from Preston, Lancashire, apparently.
I see.
Top nerve.
Yeah. So I'm parked perfect in a multi-story car park. I go do what I need to do, and I get back to the car, so I need to be elsewhere, and I'm in a rush. And an idiot has decided to park rubbish, give me about an inch to open the door, and get in. I look at the passenger door, and there is a roof support, so I can't open that door, and the boot I can't open because there's a van too close. So basically he's pinned in on all 3 sides.
Right.
He hasn't checked the bonnet though, has he? He hasn't gone through the bonnet. I had to cancel my appointment. I wait 2.5 hours for someone to move their car. The van owner came first, so I had to climb in through the boot. Is there a solution? Please help. Wouldn't work on my car because I can't get in through the boot. My boot is separate.
I would be able to get in through the boot, but it would be a sort of hilarious slapstick scene. Not out of place in a Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, I was going to say, the car,
wanna
that
say
you
this.
accidentally knock the handbrake off and your little feet, are
Yeah,
the whole
and
thing's
I-
going round and round and
Yeah.
round down the multi-story car
That's
park.
exactly it. And then I come out the end and knock over my boss, and he goes, anymore!
And at some point you go past some guy playing the piano.
Yeah. I tell you what's dead vaudeville. I was a tumbler by trade. Play about Johnny.
Diamond Jack Palmer makes a good point, which
Here
is
we go.
what I thought when I read this as well. Sunroof. But if you haven't got a sunroof,
Yeah, but how
Cars
do you
don't-
get the sunroof open if you can't get into the car?
that is a good
You
point.
fucking
yeah.
smash that cunt.
Right. Okay.
That's
That's
an
done.
expensive way of going about things.
I would rather smash it and replace it than wait 2 hours.
This has been Dom's ethos in the world of dating for many years.
How do you think I'm so popular with the ladies?
Or unpopular, as it were.
Or both.
In fact, "Smash that cunt" was the tagline on his dating profile for a long time.
I wonder, right? Say I became single tomorrow, God forbid, and I set up a Tinder profile. It was just me, just like sort of normal, sort of like pleasant picture, and just beneath you add a bio, right?
Yeah, smash that
And
cunt.
it's just literally smash dot space that dot space Cunt. I wonder how that would go down, and what kind of women would swipe. What is it? Which way is it for the nice? Right?
I don't know.
Is it swipe right?
I think it's swipe right.
It's for I like you.
It's
I
just
like
like
the cut of
putting
your jib.
like having like a dating profile on like Plenty of Fish or something and just put likes pussy.
I wonder how many
Pussy and podcasting.
I wonder how many of the eHarmony.com's 39 measures of compatibility with pussy and podcasting.
There are 5 million matches in your area.
Yeah, they're
All of them men.
yeah.
All of them beardy men that like to moan about geeky things. The 2 Ps, pussy and podcasting. They so often match up.
Yes, because we are drowning in it.
Oh, it's ladies' night. Wait, we're alive on camera. You ever remember that episode of Alan Partridge? It's in like the beginning of the 2nd season. You know where he's like got the earlier slot than his rival on the radio show. And his mate's like, "Oh, I'm here in my club. It's ladies' night." And he presses a button, and like you hear this, "Ooh!" Like all around him. He goes, "I can hear him, but I can't see him."
I haven't watched them since they were out.
Yeah, man.
Basically, so it's been a long time.
That's funny.
On my car, I don't know about your guys' cars. If that's the guys' is if that's a thing. If I push and hold the unlock button, it opens all the windows.
Ah, yes.
I've got
My
that.
car doesn't do that, but I know of cars that do.
Yeah.
Mine does that.
Magical vehicle.
In
And
fact,
then-
there's a loose connection in mine, so it opens 3 of the windows.
Leaving one for defensible positions.
Yeah, it's like the Nick Fury from Captain America 2 thing. Like, it's the bulletproof one.
One bulletproof window.
Only the one, but that's the one where they're always going to shoot you from.
Yeah. That battering ram
But
thing.
in
Yeah.
that case, you would use the person next to your car to climb onto and then get into your climbing through your window, Batman style.
Yeah.
If you said about smashing a window,
Yeah.
rather than waiting 2.5 hours, why don't you smash the other
The
person's
other person's window,
and
take the handbrake off.
push it out?
Yeah.
That's going to get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, fuck them.
Will it?
Well,
If you don't get caught.
if you don't get caught, but most car parks now have CCTV.
That is true.
You have a booger.
Do I?
Yep.
I must have
I
blown
thought
it
it
out.
was. I thought it was like a really long nose hair.
I must have blown it out while I was chortling.
Pretty shiny nose
You got-
hair.
Is it?
Ross is dealing with
Podcasting, pussy, and picking my nose.
podcasting, pussy, and
And puppies.
puppies
And
Puppies.
puppies.
and puppers. She ready for a balk?
What is this balk about?
Balk's just like a cute way of saying bark.
Oh, okay. Do you do a little balk?
She does the balk. She goes, "Oof."
Do you do a balk? Yeah.
Speak.
Speak.
She just
not gonna
shook her head at you, Dom.
She literally just went, "No fucking way,
Speak.
buddy."
Fuck off, cunt.
Speak. She knows she's live. She's not stupid. Speak.
What they say, never do live TV with animals and children.
Yeah.
No. I watched.
Yeah.
Was it Schofield the other day? Philip Schofield get the arse with a dog. He
Yeah.
was getting the arse with
What,
it.
on This Morning or
Yeah,
something?
he was trying to get it to sit and it would not do it. And you could tell he was trying to keep his cool in front of the, and at the same time he was getting fucking seeing red. Like he was going to punch the dog in the head. The second they went, and we're out, he's like,
Have you seen that GIF? It was rolling around Reddit yesterday, where it's on like a Mexican kids show, and there's a baby being held by its mother, and they bring a lion cub on, and the lion cub goes straight for the baby and like grabs it and like starts going like that to eat it, and the bloke just comes up and cuffs it around the head,
Well, you-
and they like run away with the baby, sort of thing. And then it just fucking calms down and sits on the floor.
it won't balk.
Ross is still trying to get his dog to speak. Oh, there we go.
Ah, there it is.
Do a proper one. Speak. 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 That'd do. It's kind of a grumble more than a speak.
That wasn't a balk.
No, that was rubbish. No more choc drops for you.
Right then,
I have seen.
that was Ross's wildlife corner.
I have seen that there is actually a car that has got this as a feature. So
What,
that,
the new Tesla?
I don't know if it's Tesla, but I've seen a video of a car that.
Is it 2 claymores either side of the car to blow away the other
No.
car?
It's basically because like if have you ever parked in a garage? Like house garages.
Yes.
They're not easy to park in because you have to
They're
like.
designed. Well, a lot of them were designed for when cars were a little bit smaller, weren't they?
Yes, yeah. So you can't really park in one and then have four people get out of your car, for example. You
No.
would have to get everyone out and then you park in as close to the wall as possible,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of just about open your door. In fact, I'm
Hit
sure.
your tennis ball on a string.
In fact, I'm sure I've seen in a film or a TV show somewhere where like the person who owns the house, like their door to their house is like they back the car up so they open their door and go straight through into
Called
the
The
house.
Simpsons.
Is it The Simpsons?
Yeah, where he comes in, he reverses into the garage, and he gets out and runs into the house. After
No,
like,
he's
talking about
dodging
the-
No,
police.
no, no. I'm
Into the
talking
house
about.
door.
I'm talking about they open the car door and go straight in through the door.
Oh no, I can't remember.
I can't remember what that's from, but what they've done is I can't remember what manufacturer it was now. I've got a feeling it might have been. I could hedge my bets here and say
What does it
BMW or something. But basically, what it is you get out of your car, you line the car up with a tight
Yeah.
space or your garage or something like that, and then you've got a little
It is BMW,
little doodad
Yeah.
on the key thing, and
A gizmo.
and it reverses your car into the spot.
Yeah.
Oh really?
And then
straight.
senses when all it does is just basically just
It very
drive.
slowly moves it into a
Very
space.
slowly, yeah.
Right.
So then when you take your finger off, it stops. Or I
Remote
think
control.
I think it can actually sense when it's
Yeah,
gonna
it parks itself basically,
Okay.
and then you can do the same in reverse.
to get your
it
car
out.
out of the space.
See, that's easy enough. You just put like a sort of remote car remote on it.
Yeah, like in Tomorrow Never Dies, James Bond. He's
Yes.
got that old Nokia phone that
Yeah,
he
which
controls
comes
the car.
drifting around the corner, doesn't
Yeah,
it? On
yeah.
a remote control.
Was that a Nokia N-Gage? Do you remember
It
the
might have
N-Gage?
been,
It was
might
like,
have
round.
been.
Was it that one?
that was like went whoosh, and it also was like
No,
sort
'cause
of
it-
like they were their foray into trying to make a handheld
because it
console.
opened. It opened
Oh,
like
yeah,
a book opening.
Yeah, like
phone.
clamshell.
Well, Tesla did a similar thing. They did the Model X, the people carrier one. They've got those gull-wing doors that will open within like if you got 4 inches, I think,
Yeah.
and they open
Oh, wow,
upwards
yeah.
and then come out.
So they're sort
Wow.
of like
Yeah.
concertina up a little bit
Yeah,
before
and
they
they won't hit anything, and they'll open as much as they can for you. But they delayed that by 18 months, bringing that car out because
So
of
they
those
can
gull
actually
wings.
turn it into wings.
So they could get these gull wings to work, but it's got that thing where it backs out of a parking space already, so it's fucking pointless.
Right.
Could just put normal doors on it.
just really fucking cool.
Because-
if I had that sort
Oh,
of,
come on,
if
would you do the gull wings or would you reverse your car out?
I would do the fucking gull wings
No, I'd do the car out
because
every
it
time.
looks awesome and like proper like 80s sci-fi.
like off of Mercedes.
Well, I feel like at the moment, just sort of on this point of 80s sci-fi, I feel like we're living in the 80s vision of the future right now. With these cars that do this sort of thing, virtual reality headsets looking like something from the 80s.
People are trying to be future.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
But it's sort of like that sort of weird looking future.
Yeah.
We're in that I think we're in another transitional stage between technology. You know when like cars first came out and they were a bit derpy looking.
Yeah.
We're now in that stage where like sort of VR and like that sort of
Derpy.
extra sensory like sort of stuff is happening, but it's all a bit stupid looking.
Surely
Yeah.
things like the VR are only as big as they need to be, right? They're not overly complicating it just to make it look like an 80s future.
Well, no, but I think they could be more streamlined.
Yeah.
But anyway,
They are
I've been
big,
playing.
chunky things.
I've been playing. You know, with a VR all week.
Next step is Tron.
I
LED
fight for the
everywhere.
Users.
I look forward to that.
You want to meet Clue and Ram?
Yeah.
We're computer words as characters.
Diamond Jack Palmer says we're living in
Here it comes.
we're living in a crap 50s future.
A crap 50s future. Like
Well, we don't
House
have
of the Future.
We don't have the world of tomorrow
That's
at
it.
the moment. We don't have the atomic house. See, if we were living in a 50s future, everything would be powered by fucking uranium.
And everything would be pastel coloured.
Yes,
They love a pastel, don't they?
they do. Like
I
pastel.
recently actually.
Although pastel like sort of shirts and stuff are now like relatively popular, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dog hairs up my nose. Got me mad.
I recently read a book of kind of it's Richard Feynman, famous physicist. You know Richard Feynman?
I know the name.
It's kind of like a collection of like, I guess it's sort of like anecdotes that he's told.
Was he a fine man?
But he worked on the atomic bomb, like worked on like the Manhattan
With
Project
Oppenheimer and stuff.
Yes, yeah. And like there was this really interesting part of it that because it was all sort of like done through the military. They had like a patent an in-house like patent officer kind of thing. It was some higher up in the military.
Is that so they could patent stuff without revealing it to the
Well,
public?
basically, like kind of like when they signed up for like the Manhattan Project, they kind of signed over any patents for what they're doing. So it would be all sort of property. Anything that came out of there would be property of the US government, kind of thing. So they had this guy there that you would kind of go to, and like they got the memo sent round that said like, if you need any patents filing or whatever, you just sort of go to this guy. So after like the war ended and whatnot, and Feynman is kind of like working again at universities. He got this he got a job offer from this like company that were like trying to make like a rocket powered airplane or something along those lines, like empowering it with nuclear powered like thing. And the reason they contacted him hilariously was that he was just chatting to this like patent officer one day, and like he was just saying that, well, you know, now that we've sort of like figured this out, like, you know, the world, the future for like for the applications for this kind of like stuff are endless. And the guy was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, well, you know, if you've got combustion, like you can use it for anything you use combustion for. So, you know, like rocket power planes, you know, no, sort of nuclear power planes, like rockets, like all these things. They just sort of like, you know, said cars, boats, whatever. But this guy went and filed all those patents. So the reason they contacted Feynman was because he had just in passing essentially said to this guy like, oh yeah, you could just power a car with it, you could power a plane with it, or whatever. So his name was on the patents. So they wanted to develop a atomic powered plane, and his name was there. So I thought that was like really like, but that's what they're thinking at the time. They developed this new technology, and they're thinking, yeah, we could use this technology for cars and planes or whatever. Would you get in a nuclear powered plane?
Fuck no. I can barely get in a fuel one.
That'd be like the most fucking.
Well, they powered submarines with them, didn't they? For a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
that was another one.
They still do.
Said, yeah, because they'd already looked into submarines. That was the only one, I think.
Nuclear submarines are still a thing.
Yeah, well, that one that's stuck outside of Sheppey is a nuclear one, isn't it?
What, the decommissioned one?
The one that's stuck. It's what's it called when they hit the bottom of the? It's beached itself. Yeah, it's beached itself.
Is that a nuclear?
They can't move it because it's nuclear, and I reckon if it ever went off,
that's a nuclear one.
That's
is it?
Nuclear, yeah.
Outside of Sheppey.
Outside Sheppey.
Is it leaking by any chance?
I think it's been leaking for a couple of years.
Well, there's a whole bunch of munitions.
But I reckon that they're like that is a target. Like if we ever broke into war, they reckon that would be a target because someone would hit that.
Well, there's a whole bunch of there's a ship that's gone under
Sheppey.
over there as well. That's full of.
No, it would get us.
It was full of munitions as well, like bombs and shit.
Yeah.
If that ever went up, that'd be pretty catastrophic
Yeah.
as well. Just water wise. But
Yeah, we don't want a mushroom cloud as close as Sheppey. That's
No.
for sure. That would affect our drinking water too.
we already have to look at it.
There'd be a split second where I'd be like, got it, Sheppey.
All that's left is Dan's cooked face with this like.
Yeah, just pointing and going.
Yeah, you know, like
Got it.
where they say like people's shadows are burnt on the wall
Yeah.
after these like horrific fucking
Yeah,
nukes
yeah.
in like Hiroshima and stuff. Like, it's just you just going, pointing over at Sheppey.
Fuck you, oh, Sheppey.
Just a pile of dust with Dan's face going, fuck you.
Well, that got dark.
It did.
They got nothing to do with cars either. Getting into cars.
Well, no, what I meant is that the 1950s sort of like view of like the future was that everything would be kind of like, I guess, because it was an
atom-powered or
emerging
nuclear
technology.
powers,
It would be sort of like powered by nuclear everything, which I guess has kind of like come
Because
slightly
all
into
that
fruition.
sort of all that understanding of particle physics has led to things like, you know, microcomputing and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But back to the cars, I was thinking about this. So
A nuclear powered one.
a nuclear fucking bomb on each side of the car. No, so basically a situation where you have airbags on all four sort of panels of the car.
When you push the other cars
Just
away.
pushes the other cars away. Fuck the rest of the cars.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
But what about the car that's on the other side of that one? Or if it's
Well,
in
you
a
have
pillar?
to get special permission from the police to do it. And that person who
Start a chain reaction because that would set the other car's airbags off and it just go. all the way around the
Yeah,
car
so
park.
you'd have to get special permission from the police to arm it. So you call the police, people are parked to be too close unit, and they come along, they assess the situation like, you may arm the weapon. And you
You have a key and they have a key.
they have a key and they have a key, and you press the big button and it, boom,
On
blows everything
three.
away. But the three people that are parked so close to your car are now liable for the rest of the cars that you've had to damage.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Do they split that bill, or are some
They
of them...
split that bill 3 ways.
What if one is an inch away from your car, and one's 2 inches away from your car, and one's 3 inches away from your car? They're still
Well,
not
then it can be worked
manoeuvrable.
out in civil court, but you're not involved in any way because you were given permission to
Okay,
arm the device and set it off.
right. So you'd have to wait for the police to come down.
Yeah, but you're not going to be waiting 2 hours. They'll probably be there in
You
5
fucking
minutes.
sure?
Yeah.
Maybe it's more of like a new unit, not police, a new force. You
What's
know,
the emergency? I can't get in my car.
keep on
someone's
like give like traffic wardens new powers in that respect.
Car park nans.
So it's like a traffic warden that comes along, assesses the situation, radios it in. So like a line judge goes, yeah, that's it. So they, it gives the line judges of like the Premiership and the rugby something to do in the off season.
However,
And then they can sort of.
however, though, can we be sure that their decision is going to be a good one? Because historically, traffic wardens haven't had the best reputation, have they?
No, they don't have the best reputation because people do stupid shit and they do their jobs, I feel.
I hate them.
Yes, I know you
Just
do,
gonna
but
say
you're one of those people that will do stupid parking and park somewhere they shouldn't for too long.
Yeah, there have been
Yeah.
times when I've just been silly enough to.
Whereas
think, I can
I
go
don't
get
think I've
changed,
ever
come
gotten a
back.
parking ticket.
You know what? I've always got, whenever I've seen them, I've come back and they're about to put the ticket on the car, and I've gone, am I too late? They've always gone, don't worry about it.
Really?
They've
So-
always been all right.
because I hate
I don't know
them.
why, because I still hate them.
I hate him because I got a ticket once when I was at school. I parked in a car park just down from my school. We got held in a lesson for like maybe an extra 15 minutes, but my car ran 5 minutes after the lesson. So I was coming down 10 minutes late, and I was in sixth form at the time, and the guy was just about to put it on my car, and I said, my lesson overran. I'm at school. I've just come down here, and he still fucking gave me it. He's a fucking prick.
Yeah. I've seen them like sneaking around as well. That's what I don't like about them, is the fact they will hide around a corner and do stuff. And that for me is not, that's not cool.
Everyone's got a job to do.
I know that.
It's the same-
but their
same as
job is
shit.
such a fucking horrible. It shouldn't exist as a job. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my idea of the airbags.
I think, to be honest, the problem's already been solved. It's already stuck, really, because there are cars that drive themselves out of parking spaces.
That's probably the
and-
most elegant solution, I
Yeah.
would say.
And this does kind of like...
And you
it
can
is-
already buy this.
This is kind of like a nice sign of the future, because it means that everyone will be perfectly parked in spots. There'll be no more dinged doors, because everyone would just
Fucking door dingers.
pull up out just outside the spot and reverse their car in. Unless you're an absolutely fucking terrible driver, because then I can imagine that if the car just goes backwards, however you've left it, and you leave it turned a little bit to the left or something, you're just going to reverse it into the side of someone's car.
That's true.
Didn't we? Just going back now, quite a few episodes.
Cast your
We
mind.
had a little discussion about door dingers,
We did.
and we had little sort of sides on parking spots, didn't we? Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
So
yeah.
that if you smash your door open, you only hurt your own
car,
car.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Katie Roberts Knight says wider parking spaces.
yeah.
That is, yeah, but it's all about the money, innit? They
But
lose
yeah,
money if they lose
Yeah.
parking spaces.
That's
Yeah.
not a see if it sticks solution.
no.
It's too simple,
There's
too
not enough
elegant.
lasers.
There's not enough lasers, there's not enough explosions, there's not enough sex.
Dawn Webster. Hello, boys. This is your friendly neighbourhood bald marshal on my girlfriend's Facebook. As I'm not on it. So so good to have you back.
Thanks.
Oh,
Lots
thanks,
of
Jamie.
thumbs.
Lots of
doing
thumbs.
this.
You look so... Like, I'm just going to point this at the camera.
Look how devastated
Look
Jamie
how
was.
devastated Jamie Linney was when he couldn't find us last week. Wait, there we go. How's it looking?
Great.
Yep.
In 10 seconds' time.
Good.
When I see it.
Yeah. He was just so devastated.
We have many photos like this.
We have many photos like this. Some of them are too risque for a post-watershed audience.
But this is episode 69, so we could show some of them.
Oh. No.
Let's not.
I haven't
No.
seen them.
Tune in later for see if it sticks.
After Dark.
What, like Hollyoaks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hollyoaks
Fucking
After
good
Dark.
idea,
Was that
wasn't
a thing?
It was a thing, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just. It was still shit, but they swore.
Here's a question, right? Now that we sort of solved this problem,
How does
are we
Hollyoaks
going to
keep
declare
getting
it?
renewed?
Should we declare it solved?
Are we going to solve that? Is it going to be kind of like a
We can resolve it.
combination of our previous solution because I think there should be like a skirting that pops up like as you're backing into a space or as you're going into a space in general. If you don't have a car that reverses in by itself, I think there should be a thing that raises. And then
Yeah, definitely.
It could definitely go back down after you, but
And that, therefore, giving you more space to open your door.
Yeah. Solved.
He's desperate to get onto whatever else this is.
Yeah,
he
he
wants
is,
to get
isn't
onto.
he?
It's really exciting.
I'm about to bring another bit of hate speech.
gosh, he's got an erection.
Anyway, solved.
He's always
Right.
got an erection.
So here's my newest, most hated thing. Hollyoaks. Why? Who watches it? Who watches Hollyoaks?
Whenever I hear that music come on, I just go, boop.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
do,
bow
so-
wow, wow, I only know that
Yeah.
first 10 seconds
Yeah,
because I
that's it.
learned it straight over. Right. Who watches Hollyoaks? Who watches it? What is its demographic? Please tell me because I don't know. It's like U2. Who listens to U2?
Well, Joshua Tree's good.
Dan listens to you too. There you go.
But you don't like sit there and go to their concerts though.
I can't
I
afford
fucking
it.
hate them.
Yeah, like who
They're one of the-
listens
they're one of
to
the
U2?
few
But they
bands
play
I
like
hate.
sold out stadiums
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the world.
They're the world's biggest rock band, aren't they?
Yeah, but-
allegedly.
Are they?
And the Coldplay are like the most listened to band in the world or something like on.
I understand
Spotify and stuff.
Coldplay because people want to be depressed and a little bit bored when they're listening to music. But U2, like Hollyoaks, who listens to it? Who watches it? Who is Hollyoaks for?
Well, evidently there is like a.
I've never watched enough of it, but
Evidently, like judging by the fact that U2 is the biggest rock band, one of the biggest rock bands in the world, and Coldplay are one of the biggest rock bands in the world, and Hollyoaks keeps getting renewed, and Coronation Street is still on the TV.
no, I understand Coronation
Alright, you
Street and
understand
stuff.
Coronation. And Hollyoaks. Okay, let's stop at Hollyoaks then, right? So evidently there is a big, bland midsection, middle of the road section of the world that has no opinions one way or the other on anything else, and just that is them.
Watches Hollyoaks.
Hollyoaks.
See a
Hollyoaks.
couple of people like
In event-
you had sex with my brother.
A Hollyoaks viewer is likely to also listen to Coldplay.
So in a Venn diagram of U2, Coldplay, and Hollyoaks,
They're all in the same circle.
they meet in the middle.
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
Should I look and see how many people watch Hollyoaks?
I want to see the ratings for Hollyoaks.
Ask Siri, Dan. Ask Siri on your phone. So how many people watch Hollyoaks? Will it know such things?
Let's find out.
You didn't say nothing.
what are the ratings for Hollyoaks? Doesn't see any films matching Hollyoaks.
Okay.
How many people watch Hollyoaks? Ask it that.
You should word in
How
there.
many people watch Hollyoaks?
Hollyoaks.
No idea. It's just showing me loads of crap, basically.
I'll do a little search.
See, even Siri doesn't know how many people watch
She
Hollyoaks.
doesn't even know what Hollyoaks is.
I just don't understand. I really don't understand.
Well, it has to be the same kind of people that listen to Coldplay. Or
But the thing is, all week I've been seeing adverts for Hollyoaks Halloween special or whatever it is.
Well,
And I just...
Good news. The figures are plummeting.
Oh, really? Good. Hopefully we can stab this dragon in its chest before I have to kill Ripon.
The end of May, for a dramatic shooting, there was 726,000 people watching it.
That's too much! That's too much! That's over 500,000 people watching
It
Hollyoaks.
says last night's show, a drastic drop as low as 366,000.
That's still in the hundreds of thousands.
But they're the people that are going to sell out a Coldplay concert as well, potentially.
Jesus Christ.
It must be a bit like, you know how Brexit. I
hate that word.
I hate to
I
blame
hate
it
that
on
word as well,
I hate to
yeah.
blame it on Brexit, right? The referendum, right?
Everything gets blamed on Brexit. Just keep blaming it on Brexit.
Right. When you think about it, right?
It's like our version of thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
when you think about that referendum, although a majority slight majority won the leave, like to leave, right? When you actually, it's like look at that, right? And then but if you add the people who voted to stay plus the people who didn't vote at all together, that's a good like 70% of the country that didn't vote to leave the EU, right?
Right.
So it's got to be like that silent, kind of opinionated nothingness that watches Hollyoaks, right?
It's real like grey area.
Because it's like one of those things that like, like I don't watch it and I know you don't watch it and you don't watch it.
No, and I don't know anybody that watches it.
I bet it's Ross's secret shame.
Right? But
See, he knows more than he he knows more of the theme tune than he should.
Is that the right theme tune?
I don't know.
Oh,
but there's got to be just an empty, bland hole of people that watch it.
There must be.
But then people watch. I know you're going to say that it's fine, but EastEnders. I mean, have you caught any of that lately?
No, I don't watch
accidentally
it.
Stumbled across it, and oh my god, I wanted to kill myself.
It's all very depressing, isn't it? Soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People love all that shit. I like the funnies. Red Dwarf, killing it right now. Love it.
I haven't watched any of
The new
seasons
one's
of
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All the funny stuff. Loving it.
Good.
But I am watching Narcos. That's a little bit.
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo.
Narcos.
Don Pablo.
I still haven't started watching that.
Dawn Webster says Hollyoaks is a quick way of getting lobotomized.
Exactly.
I thought he was saying something else.
Because
Getting
it's-
the bottom wiped. I thought you said that.
That's Jamie, right?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't want to say that at the end. I was just shouting his missus out.
Hmm.
Don't know if he's going to help you.
So I don't know, Dom. Don't know.
I must go on a journey to find these people that watch Hollyoaks.
Surely if you watch Hollyoaks, though, you're not the kind of person that sort of like makes your opinions known about something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe.
if you watch Hollyoaks, if you are interested in something so black, like, you know how you get like die-hard fans of kind of quite like niche musicians, stuff like that, like Slipknot, Marilyn Manson, like die-hard fan bases because it's out there and it's an extreme of something. So the
Yeah.
people who are drawn to that are an extreme of something. Like, that's not to say that all fans of Slipknot. I like Slipknot.
I like Slipknot.
And I know you both of you guys like Slipknot. That's not to say that you're all like an extreme sort of person, but if you're attracted to that kind of extreme thing, then you're probably a little bit more likely to be extreme in expressing how much you like something. Slipknot fans,
Right.
Marilyn Manson fans are quite vocal about the fact that they like that kind of music, aren't they? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Same as people who like, any sort of extreme of music. People who like house music. All they talk about is fucking house music. You know what I mean?
So mostly talk about drugs, but yeah.
But if
House
you
music as well.
if you like something so bland as Coldplay, then you're not going to be the kind of person that screams and shouts, "I love Coldplay." Same as Hollyoaks. If you like Hollyoaks, you're not going to be the kind of person that goes around going, "Oh my god, I fucking love something," because you're just going to be bland and empty, dead inside.
Someone comes into
Just like
work.
the show.
Someone comes into work on a Wednesday. Did you see Hollyoaks last night? Oh my god!
Yeah, you
Two
don't-
people had an argument.
You don't see it, do you?
No.
You hear, "Did you fucking see The Walking Dead last night? It was fucking ridiculous." You hear things like that.
No spoilers on this podcast.
We wouldn't do that.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm not even on the 7th season.
Oh, okay. Have you seen it?
Yes.
I
saw
know.
It, I saw it today.
I know what happens.
I thought I knew
Someone
what happened.
spoiled it to me at work.
I thought I knew what happened, and then something other happened.
Ross was watching the wrong show. Ross was watching Hollyoaks.
These two guys got up and they called each other a bitch and slammed the door and stormed off. Stormed out.
Sorry, that was my 2 penneth worth.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what that's got to do with car doors, but
We solved it.
right, you just wanted to. You had this saved up, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Dom's being a bit pent up this week.
I had a tooth removed. I'm really, really a lot in pain. I just want to
He
crouch.
had a tooth removed, and all he had to do for the last week while he was sitting at home in pain is watch Hollyoaks.
I'm gonna tell you a small anecdote. How
Caught
we
the
doing for
omnibus.
time?
About 55 minutes.
Something that, wow, this won't take a second, but something that happened last week. The old girl, the old fur bag down there, is having a little trouble with her lady area. She doesn't clean it, so it's all minging and affected. It's terrible. So we went to the
Oh
vet.
my god! What?
I know. This
Where
happens.
did
is
this
the thing.
come
Yeah,
from?
I'm just telling you because she's here, so I'm telling you a story.
You're
She's
talking about your dog's
Yeah.
dirty cunt.
That's exactly, yeah. But no, there's a point to this story.
Right.
But the vet, we're like, it doesn't. doesn't look right, vet. And he's like, let me have a look. Turns it literally inside out. What? She's screaming and like crying. Right, so we're trying to hold it down because she's quite a big dog. And he does all these bits, and he's like, right, yeah, it's infected and he's clean.
He's like, oh my goodness, I thought it was her tail.
It needs cleaning, etc. And he puts this steroid cream on it, and then we're standing around talking. And as you've noticed today, she is molting a lot, and there is just hair flying everywhere.
Yes, I am covered.
And we're chatting away, right? And he gets a little hair in his mouth, and he goes,
Oh no!
no, I just stood there like that. Oh my god, he just used. No, he couldn't have done. He must have washed his... No, I don't think he did. He put vagina in his mouth. Dog vagina.
Maybe there wasn't a hair in his mouth.
He's just going to...
Yeah.
I just eat the KFC.
Episode 69, everybody! Oh my god. Oh, this is the grossest thing I've ever heard.
I know, I had to witness it with my own eyes.
Oh.
And my girlfriend didn't see it. She didn't really see what happened, but I was like, he didn't use gloves. I can tell you that now. And he didn't wash his hands. He didn't disappear. Like, he definitely... I don't know if he realised he did it, but...
Oh, he does now. I hope he's a listener.
Fucking hell. That must have tasted weird.
Probably just tasted the steroid cream.
Yeah.
He's like...
Is she alright now?
She's getting there. Poor Matilda has to put cream on her every day.
What, down there?
Yeah. Well, no one knows.
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming down there.
Bless her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not fun for anybody involved.
Anybody commented on that, Ross?
No, we've just lost a lot of viewers.
Yeah.
No, we haven't. We just lost the Bob Marshall. He can't listen to us at work, apparently.
Oh.
NSFW, my friend.
What he means...
You can't listen to that at work.
What he means, I can't listen to you at work, is because he stapled his hand to the chair again and he can't reach his phone to turn us on.
Right then.
Yeah.
We need to think of a name.
Ooh.
That is Return of the Doordingers.
Rotten Dog Fanny.
Finger licking good.
That's weird. My fingers taste like Ross's dick.
I didn't eat any prawn cocktail crisps.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I can't believe you haven't changed the spelling of Canterbury up there to the correct way yet.
Canterbury.
Canterbury.
Oh, let me think. Return of the Doordingers is good. Night of the Living Doordingers.
A Ding Dong Dilemma.
Oh.
I like that.
Sounds like one of mine.
It does, doesn't it?
A Dording Dilemma.
The Dording Doldrums. Dording Dilemma's better.
I think it's something sandwich. Because he's sandwiched in between two things.
Ham. What?
I think
some sort of sandwich.
I just think pussy and podcasting.
We could just call it likes pussy. Pussy podcasting.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed.
A Dording sandwich. Dording Dilemma.
Dording Dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
It is.
It's getting late. I need to go back to my stasis pod and fall asleep for another 100 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you away for a little while, are you? Do we need to get you cover?
No, I'll be back in another 100 years. Yeah, we do this.
We're like at the vanishing point here. So like we're basically sort of like at the end of time. We can see it all simultaneously.
Oh.
We are
Sticks HQ.
We are eternal. We are
If you had Lucas
outside of
Aid again,
time.
then.
We are.
We just are.
I'm not here for 2 weeks.
Ross
Been
is not.
banished.
Yeah,
Been banished
well, as mentioned earlier, we are sending Ross to a mission to the Orient.
What's my mission?
Keep on doing that, and I'll tell him what his mission is. Just
I can't do it for long. It hurts my throat.
Ross, your mission to the Orient is to find us the ancient jade dragon egg. So bring it back here, so that will increase our podcasting prowess. Also,
Is it like an aphrodisiac?
yes, also a new crop of Chinese sex slaves.
I'm going to
For,
Singapore, not China.
Well, Singapore is Chinese. Is it owned by the Chinese?
No, it's its own thing, isn't it?
I thought it was owned by the Chinese.
I don't know.
I think it's its own thing.
I think it is the same
Singaporean
thing.
sex slaves, then.
Okay.
You
You want me to get one of them back in my suitcase? Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming we'll
Sure.
use the normal.
They've just realised how just racist Dom is, isn't it? Like he's just like
I thought
he's
we'd
like-
use your
he's like-
normal shipping.
he's like
container method.
Singapore, China, Japan, whatever. They all look the same, don't they? Like it's all basically the same fucking place.
Yeah, but he doesn't want one of the local fucking prostitutes, does he? He wants me to bring one back from over there. Must be his thing. Must be his bag.
Yeah, just use the normal shipping container method. Right.
Yes.
Wrap up, Dom.
That's been See If It Sticks for this week.
And on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, you can find us at stickitpod.com, where you can find links to all of our social media, where you can listen to the podcast, etc., etc. Please drop us a line, send us a video, send us some of your problems. If you want to correct us on something, which I imagine you definitely do this week, send us send us in an email. If you have some sort of complaint, send it to me. I'll stick it up my bum, contemplate it for a while, and then crap it out and read it out on air for you. Dan Mail, if you have anything nice to say about us, send it to Dan.
He's making friends.
He tends to fry it, eat it, and then puke it back up in a more digestible, readable format.
Oh God, what do I do?
Ross, with his correction erections, takes it, rips it up into small slivers and tickles his skin with it, then reassembles it into a way he can read it with sellotape and his own spit. Mate, once he talks about manky dog fannies, we were through the looking. We were
You
through
set
the,
him off, mate.
we were through the looking glass. I'll be honest with you. Once again, and on a serious note, you guys make this podcast run. You are the fuel for our engine. You are the jam to our donut.
You rev my engine.
Yeah. On this most auspicious of episodes, episode 69, please take a bit of our oral, but send some back to us. You know what I mean? This has been See If It Sticks for this week. I've been Dom.
I've been Ross.
And I've been Dan.
Oh.
My voice went
MPB.
right at the end.